Funding for the Trade Best Practice series is provided by the Benjamin Moore and Company Foundation in partnership with Teach Construction and through the generous support of PDCA sponsors and members. So, what do you think? Are you ready to learn more about the painting world? Well, we think you're in the right spot, and we're going to keep helping you learn the ropes. The next few videos are going to focus on one of the most important aspects of painting: prep. Prep is, of course, short for preparation, as in we're going to prepare or prep that surface to be painted. There are lots of different types of prep, and we're going to go into these more in depth later. But right now, here they are briefly. Cleaning is dusting, vacuuming, washing, etc. And it's usually done first, but not always. Sanding is smoothing sharp edges or rough finishes. Spackling is filling holes. Caulking is sealing joints. Taping and masking are done to make sure all surfaces are protected. And priming prepares surfaces to be painted. Okay, so good painting depends on good prep. And good prep depends on good cleaning. Why? Because we don't paint over dirt. You don't paint over dirt. I mean, do we need to say that? Come on. There are different types of cleaning, and yes, this is going to be another short list, but this is where it all starts in a lot of ways. There's cleaning using water-based cleaners. This is for your lighter, everyday grunge. There's cleaning using solvent-based cleaners, and this is for adhesives, oil and grease, the deeper cleaning. And then there are cleaning tools like a scrub brush, rags, paper towels, dusters, and vacuums. Keep in mind that the cleaning process and tools you'll use in a residential environment will be different from the ones you'll use in a commercial environment, and those will be different than the ones you'll use in an industrial environment. And while we're on the topic, let me remind you how important it is to keep your hands and tools clean. Not only are supervisors watching, but customers are watching too. Remember that brushes, knives, and scrapers, when they're clean, not only last longer, but they perform better. Clean hands just look more professional. And clean clothes, well, you want to use rags, not wear them. Come on, that was good. What? A few words about safety, starting with worksite communication. Worksite communication is critical. Every worksite environment is dynamic, things are moving, it often gets very noisy. Think about how important it is if you were walking around a corner to know that someone is there on a ladder, or if someone is carrying heavy equipment, or if there's equipment sitting on the ground. You want to know about these things. And let me add this: no headphones, no earbuds. Hey, you know what? Stay here with us. In this world, it's a good place to be. This is where you work. So don't miss a safety warning or a customer question. Let's talk about cell phone use too. Go ahead and set your phone to no ring or airplane mode when you're on the work site. Your company probably has a policy about this, so make sure you follow it, and do me a favor, never, ever, 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 ever use a cell phone on a ladder, because that's nonsense. You can get hurt. You know that, right? Right? Well, the only thing left to do is to practice. So let's go in the field and learn all of this a little better. To the field! When you get to a residential work site, one of the first things you'll do is move and group furniture to keep it out of the way before you prep the area. Laying tarps and draping plastic keeps the homeowner's belongings safe and reduces stress for them. Paint can get everywhere, often when and where you least expect it. In some places, you may use rosin paper to cover flooring instead of tarps. So what are we doing in here? Why are we covering the floors like this, and what is this?
We are actually putting rosin paper down on the floor to cover, because we're painting all surfaces in this room. We're going to be painting ceilings, walls, and trim, so we're going to be in here for a little bit, and rather put tarps down that we're going to be just moving around all the time. It's just better for us not to have to fool with that. It saves a lot of time and setup, and it looks really clean. You don't have to worry about anything getting on the floor.
And so you got the rosin here, and you got the plastic here.
Plastic here.
Because plastic's going to cover everything that's just above the floor.
Correct, and that keeps from dust and paint splatters at the same time. So it keeps all their stuff protected from dust and paint splatters.
Small brushes can be helpful for spot cleaning small areas. Anything more? It's best to use a vacuum. Dust or dirt, even in seemingly inconspicuous places, can interfere with good taping and masking. Dusters attached to a long pole also work great at those hard-to-reach places. Cleaning goes all the way from gentle dusting to more forceful methods, like power washing. But even with this, you have to know what you're doing so you don't cause surface damage or risk injury from the high-pressure water jet. Sweeping at the beginning and end of each day helps keep things clean and organized, allowing you to come back the next day stress-free and ready to work. On a commercial site, you may need to use a lift to clean the sides of large buildings. And as with everything, safety is imperative. You'll be required to put on a harness and secure it to the lift before going up. Hey, this isn't so bad. You can work without worry when you work safely. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but safety can actually be fun. Trade best practices. Cleaning. Cleaning is usually the first step in paint prep work. Sometimes it's just sweeping or dusting, sometimes a water-based or chemical cleaner or degreaser is called for. Rags are helpful, but real professionals make use of brushes. From ordinary dish brushes to heavy-duty scrub brushes, yep, there's a brush for that. Cords. When coiling sprayer hoses, there are a few things to keep in mind. Don't force the hose to go this way or that. Once you get started, you can usually feel if the hose wants to coil left or right. Keep loops the same size. A 2 to 3 foot diameter is about right. Whatever you do, make sure you don't kink the hose. That creates a weak spot and makes the hose prone to failure. Daisy chain. When daisy chaining cords, it's often a good idea to double up the cord end to end to get a head start on daisy chaining. Keep the loops consistent in size for a more professional appearance. Folding drop cloths. Neatly folded drop cloths are one of the hallmarks of a professional painter. It tells everybody that you take pride in your work. Folding drop cloths is pretty straightforward. Match corner to corner. Aim for a smooth crease with no bunching or wrinkles. This will make a smooth, compact, and tidy drop cloth. Removing light switches. Professional painters are organized, and being organized means keeping track of the little things. Little things like electrical outlet cover plates. What you want to do is have a system that makes it easy to look good, and that means simple plastic zipper bags. Put similar items all in the same bag. Say, all the cover plates from one room. This will keep you organized and help prevent running to the store to chase down a single screw or matching cabinet pole.
I got into painting a couple of years ago. I originally had a background in education, got my bachelor's degree in political science, and was working on my master's in education, and just was having a tough time paying my bills and trying to get through all that, and so I started helping a friend out doing some remodeling and got pretty good at painting, so I just kind of decided to switch gears, and it's something that allows me a lot of freedom. I've learned a lot of skills, and if you put in the time and the patience, you can be a really good painter and make some pretty good money. So it's really fun to work with people and see the satisfaction at the end of the day when the home is complete and the job is complete and people are happy about what you've done.
Next up, taping. Did I say painting? As in, we are going to prepare that surface to be painting. I did say that.